Good afternoon, everybody. And for those of you joining on the West Coast, good morning. And thank you for joining us in person and those virtually today for an announcement that Jim Morton, our board chair, will be making. In addition, just to let you know, this is being recorded, so anybody who wants to either look at this later or someone is missing this, it will be available. Also, yesterday, Jim and I videoed a message to our student body, which will be going out pretty much simultaneous to this faculty and staff meeting. So the student body will also be hearing this announcement at the same time, which we thought was very important. So I know this is our first, quote, official staff and faculty meeting, and I very much again appreciate everyone being here. We have one topic today, and we look forward to taking your questions at the end of this. And I'm going to turn it over to Jim Morton, our Board of Trustees Chair. Jim?
Okay. Thank you, Don, and good afternoon. As chairman of the Westminster College's Board of Trustees, it is both an honor and a privilege to announce that Westminster's board, at its regular meeting last month, voted unanimously to name Donald P. Lofe, Jr., President and Chief Transformation Officer, to be effective July 1, 2021. Don will be the 23rd president of Westminster College. Don's performance as the interim president, even during an exceptionally challenging year and in the midst of the pandemic, has exceeded the board's expectations. The board completely supports his vision, his bold plans for the future, and believes his appointment brings stability to the college. Don and I served together for almost 9 years on the Board of Trustees. Don was chairman of the board for 1 year before assuming the role of interim president last July. During his tenure as interim president of the college, we've seen freshman enrollment increase by 25% for the current academic year, and freshman applications for fall 2021 have increased an amazing 88%. Importantly, Don is developing a strong strategic, capital, and financial plan for the college, which is well underway. He and his team are making improvements that will enable Westminster College to continue its transformation, increase its enrollment, strengthen its curriculum, and enhance its overall operations, among other initiatives, all of which are creating a very bright future for Westminster. On a personal note, having worked very closely with Don the past couple of years, I know of his love for this college and his dedication and commitment to ensure its future. Regarding his official installation as president, subject to COVID-19 requirements, we plan to schedule this for the fall and formal campus ceremony. Don, you have mine and the board's full support. Keep doing what you've been doing, and we look forward to the future with you as our president.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim, and I very much appreciate those remarks. And I'd also like to acknowledge that we have guests joining us today. Certain members of our board are joining as well, and I thank them. Also, Jim's wife, Susan Morton, and also my wife, Lorraine. Some of you have had the chance to meet with her when she's been on campus, and she's on the screen, and she'd like to say a few words. She's been back in California with the vaccination protocol, but hopes to be here right before graduation. So, Lorraine, would you like to make a few remarks, please?
Of course. I want to thank you for the warm welcome, and Don and I are really excited for this new opportunity. I look forward to being very active within the Westminster College family as well as the Fulton community. And we have the full support of our family behind this opportunity, including our two children, Donald III and Lauren, and they plan to be on campus as often as possible, as long as their busy lives allow. And again, thank you for the warm welcome, and I look forward to seeing everyone on campus.
Well, thank you, dear. And for those you'd never know this, Lorraine's in our living room, and you just don't get to go in the living room at our household except the dog. So anyway, so it's a nice place. Well, thank you, Lorraine. Appreciate it. And I'd like to just say a few things, and you'll see in the press release, but I'd just like to accentuate some comments with respect to the journey over the last year. And again, you'll read these in the press release, and I say it in concert with Jim and the board and all of you, with those joining us and not having the chance to join us today. This is all about the team. This is all about the Westminster community. All of you, our students, the Westminster alumni, donors, many other constituencies. And you'll notice in there, it's something that was very important as we began to develop this announcement, that we, the Royal We, really wanted to come through. And hopefully you'll really believe that, because that's the only way we really continue to move forward as an institution, as a team. And we'll have disagreements, or we won't always agree on different ways or approaches. But as Jim mentioned in his remarks, we're well underway with our strategic plan with various initiatives that we've spoken about previously, and also other endeavors such as a master planning, a compensation study, and many other things that have been publicly announced, or we plan to accentuate the communications as we go forward. And I just want to thank everybody. We're getting very close here, about 4 to 5 weeks to go to the semester. In our message to the students, we acknowledge that, and all of you are a huge, huge part of that. And those of you, again, aren't here, have made such a successful year in getting through this pandemic and all the effort that started well last year and before we were in these roles, or Jim and I were in these roles, the great work that was taking place. So just a very big thank you to everybody. A round of applause for all of you. Well, what we're going to do now, we'd like to take any questions that you have, and those of you who are on the screen, that if you just put them in a chat, Christina Bright will monitor those and actually speak from the floor here for any questions. So please don't be bashful. And those of you in the audience, we have a handheld mic that we'll bring to you, and Jim and I'd be happy to answer any questions. Well, I guess we don't have any questions, which is fine. As we've talked about before, communication is so important, and transparency. If anybody has any questions after or any concerns, the door is always open, and I know it is for Jim as well. And I'd just like to end, and again, it's in the press release, but I just want to say it personally, that Lorraine and I are extremely honored and humbled by the confidence and the responsibility that this institution, the board, and all of you are resting in us. And again, this is a team. And we very much look forward, as Lorraine said in her remark, to this next phase of the journey with Westminster College. I can assure you we're both, the board, ourselves, and I know you are extremely passionate and care greatly about this institution, our alumni base, and our students. And again, look forward to the next phase of our journey. Oh, we do have one question. Okay.
William Connor, is your house in California available?
Bill, actually, we're keeping it, and a little inside joke, as I said, we have a lovely living room and dining room, but we're going to be refurbishing some rooms, and we're keeping that. So we're just pushing furniture into certain rooms. So no, it's not available. Sorry, unless you are quite handy with carpentry. Okay. All right, then. Well, look, thank you again for taking time out of your schedule today. I really appreciate it. I know Jim does as well. And I want to thank everybody joining us virtually as well. Members of our board, Lorraine, Susan Morton, and others. It's very much appreciated. And we do have a light reception in Champ for those who'd like to join. And thank you.